Recorded Books presents Hosea Williams, A Lifetime of Defiance and Protest by Rolundus R. Rice, foreword by Andrew Young, narrated by Arnell Powell. Foreword. Hosea Williams and I had a love-hate relationship. I loved him and he hated me. That's a joke. I hope it is, at least. I don't believe Hosea actually hated me, but the two of us were at odds throughout the civil rights movement, and we often clashed, which is exactly as Martin Luther King Jr. wanted things to be. The roles he assigned to each of his top advisors suited our personalities and skills, but they guaranteed conflict among the upper ranks of the Southern Christian Leadership Conference, SCLC. Hosea was militant, confrontational, and impatient, whereas I was calm, careful, and deliberate. He was an advocate of aggressive, often reckless, direct action, whereas I urged caution. Dr. King not only wanted me to be the voice of reason, but he also insisted on it. Our leader, who was respected and loved by every one of us, wanted to be able to mediate our disputes and come down somewhere in the middle. It was only in this manner that Hosea's great passion for justice could be moderated, and everyone could be kept as safe as possible under whatever circumstances we faced. Hosea at times seemed to have a death wish, but Martin most definitely did not, and he was the man with the target on his back. Dr. King recognized a mad genius when he saw one, and he was wise enough to know we needed one, or more than one. As it happened, the SCLC had a few. Hosea Williams was crazy like a fox, but James Bevel, another brilliant strategist, was probably clinically insane. Yet he also had a role to play. That was the power of Dr. King and the nonviolent social movement that changed America in the 1960s, an unlikely team of misfits who came together under the direction of one of the greatest leaders of the 20th century. Without Hosea Williams, some of the most important moments of the civil rights movement would never have happened. Without me, he'd have gotten us all killed many times over. We were both on the front lines, but I was under orders not to get arrested or harmed, which caused me no small amount of embarrassment at the time. Dr. King wanted me to be the one to post bail for everyone else and work behind the scenes with white business leaders and elected officials to broker peaceful solutions. Hosea and some of the others frequently derided me as pulling up the rear. But I did get beaten once, savagely, and for that I was always grateful. It made me one of the guys, and guess who I had to thank for the experience? On June 9, 1964, Dr. King sent me to shut down a grassroots movement in St. Augustine, Florida, because he feared it could endanger passage of the Civil Rights Act, which was being filibustered in the U.S. Senate. Hosea had gotten caught up with the locals, knew their cause to be righteous, and cared more about them than what happened in Washington, D.C. As soon as I walked into the church where he had gathered demonstrators for a dangerous nighttime march, he saw me from the pulpit and announced my arrival. "Ladies and gentlemen, here's the Reverend Andrew Young," he shouted. "Martin Luther King Jr. has sent Reverend Young here tonight to lead this march." The reaction was so overwhelming, the enthusiasm was so great, I simply couldn't say no. I reasoned that if I led marchers to the edge of the downtown plaza where they were able to see the angry mob that included hundreds of robed Klansmen, I could convince them to turn back. But when we got there, nobody wanted to turn back. Lives were at stake, and the Civil Rights Act hung in the balance, so I asked the marchers to wait with...
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.